Wider fare gates for our suitcases and our bicycles exist because of the Americans with Disabilities Act. The gates were designed for wheelchairs. The elevators that enable everyone to take their suitcases to a BART platform so you can get to SFO were also specifically built for the disabled. The platform strips that tell all of us where to queue up for the approaching train were designed for the seeing impaired. There have always been information signs at transit stations, but the helpful information was vastly expanded and improved after ADA. The audio announcements that your bus stop is next were initiated for the seeing impaired. Easy access to getting on the bus for seniors was driven by universal access requirements stipulated by ADA. All those improvements for our society came about because of people like Alana Theriot, who grew up as a disabled child in the world before ADA.
It felt like a personal challenge, an individual challenge. Every battle that we had, we fought individually. I remember being at a public school, and I must have been 6th grade, and there was no ramp to get in from the driveway up into the school grounds.
ADA gave millions access to public transit, education, housing, and jobs. Delegates from the 115 islands of the Seychelles Republic, China, Venezuela, Honduras, Romania, Laos, Vietnam, Nepal, Mongolia, Bangladesh, and 10 other countries arrived at San Francisco's Muni headquarters days before the July 26th anniversary to learn how the U.S. accomplished these social improvements.
Back in the 70s, in 1973, the federal government had the Rehabilitation Act, and Section 504 said that public entities or any entity that's getting federal funds should not discriminate against people with disabilities, meaning that the services should be available to them. But that was in 73, and by 77, really there hadn't been a lot of action that happened on that. And people with disabilities here in the Bay Area were frustrated, and they took over the federal building here in San Francisco, and they lived in that federal building for 28 days.
The original final design for BART did not include elevators.
They didn't until there was a big uprising. You know, people were really angry.
We're building a dream for tomorrow.
Approach us. There was one guy named Harold Wilson who used to come out in his wheelchair and get in front of the bulldozers. And he was really one of the key people who was responsible for getting BART to change the plans and make the system accessible. It was really kind of historical because BART eventually became the first system in the country that could easily be accessible by disabled people. And we were very proud of that, as it turned out, when we opened the system.
I think the other thing that ADA accomplished was that a lot of people in the United States at that time felt that the disability community was really just wheelchair users. And of course that's not the case. You've got people who have vision impairments, hearing impairments, cognitive impairments. So it's a very broad spectrum of disabilities.
Alana Theriot's landlord didn't want to rent to Theriot because they feared she would die on the property and said so. That was a violation of the law. Theriot rented and then, with her job as a benefits counselor, bought the house. The ramp to her house was another 3-year battle. Her neighbor thought the ramp would be an eyesore. Now the aging neighbor needs his own ramp. Someday it's likely most of us will be disabled.
I would really like to see people looking less at compliance and looking more at what works for everybody.
They were the ones who advocated. That's why we have the Americans with Disabilities Act, because people with disabilities, said, I want to participate, I want to go to school, I want to be able to have a job. My disability doesn't preclude me from doing those things. What precludes me is the barriers that are there in society.
A lot of people are excited when they hear that I was in a nursing home for 15 months, and I got out, and I moved out on my own. And no, I don't live with my mom. And people still ask me, so does your mom take care of you? It's like, no, I take care of my mom,
In the East Bay, Mark Jones reporting.